He came to evacuate survivors, not adopt a child. But when the little alien girl grabbed his hand, looked up through tear-soaked eyes, and begged, "Please marry my mom. She's all I have left," the hardened human soldier realized this mission was about to change everything. War had a way of leaving scars no medicine could heal. The Koran war zone was a graveyard of fire and ash, its sky choked with the smoke of fallen cities. The United Earth forces had responded late, arriving just in time to evacuate what was left of the Allied alien population. Lieutenant Marcus Hale, ex-Marine turned evac commander, stood beside the ramp of the UES Aegis as the last refugees trickled in. The evac order was simple: extract civilians, no military entanglement, avoid local politics. He followed orders. Always. But then she showed up. She was no more than 6, by human estimate, but her species, the Mavani, aged differently. Pale violet skin, wide silver eyes, and small tendrils that twitched anxiously from her scalp. She clutched a charred stuffed toy and looked up at Marcus like he was the last unburnt thing in the universe. "You're the human, right?" she asked. He blinked, unsure how to answer that. "Yeah, I guess I am." The girl stepped closer. "My name is Laneri. Please marry my mom." He stared at her. "What? Marry my mom?" she repeated, desperate now. "You're strong. Kind. You help the others. My papa's gone. Everyone's gone. My mom's heart is broken. She won't eat. She won't sleep. But when she saw you helping the wounded, she smiled. First time since Papa died. Please." Her voice cracked. "She needs someone. And I need her to stay. Don't let her disappear too." Marcus knelt slowly. Warzones taught you not to react too fast. But this was new. "Where is your mother?" Laneri pointed toward a small hoverwagon behind the medical tent. He followed her through the ash and blood, stepping carefully over scattered debris. Inside the wagon sat a tall Mavani woman, arms wrapped around her knees, eyes dull with loss. When she saw Laneri and the human soldier, she stood quickly, defensive, confused. Marcus raised a hand. "I'm here to help." The woman, Saniva, said nothing. Her eyes flicked to her daughter, who whispered something in their native tongue. The woman's eyes widened. "She told you that?" He nodded awkwardly. "Yeah, she did." Saniva looked embarrassed, but there was something else behind her gaze. Grief, exhaustion, and the faintest trace of hope. "I lost my husband in the first wave," she said quietly. "Our home, our people, all gone. I wasn't going to leave." "But Laneri," she begged. "I didn't want her to lose more." Marcus understood. He had lost comrades, too many to count. But losing family? He couldn't imagine. He offered his hand. "Let me get you both out of here. We'll talk later." She hesitated, then took his hand. That was the moment everything changed. On board the UES Aegis, Laneri clung to Marcus like a shadow. He tried to keep distance. Orders, protocol, and logic all demanded it. But the girl had a way of slipping past his defenses. Saniva remained silent most of the journey. She barely spoke, but she watched Marcus. Observed him. He never demanded attention, never forced her to speak, just gave her and Laneri space and food. Kindness. 3 days later, as they approached the refugee station orbiting Earth, Laneri tugged on Marcus's sleeve. "Did you think about it?" she asked. "About what?" "Marrying my mom." He chuckled. "Kid, that's not how it works." She pouted. "Why not? You'd make her smile again. Is that what this is about?" Her smiling. "And me," she said seriously. "You make me feel safe." Marcus was quiet. In truth, he hadn't stopped thinking about it. Not the literal marriage, but the idea that his presence could mean something again, that he wasn't just a soldier patching wounds and flying evac routes. That night, Saniva knocked softly on his bunk door. "I'm sorry," she said, for Laneri's request. It was childish. He shook his head. It was brave. She stepped inside, nervously clasping her fingers. In our culture, marriage is not always about love at first. Sometimes it is about survival, strength, building something new after ruin. He looked at her. "And what do you want?" Saniva's voice trembled. "I want my daughter to be safe. I want to believe in life again." Marcus made a decision. At the Earth Council Refugee Center, he filed for guardianship papers. He didn't sign them yet, but he started the process. He introduced Laneri to chocolate and Saniva to sunsets over the ocean. He taught them both how to laugh again. Weeks passed. Laneri grew bolder. Saniva opened up. One afternoon, As they walked through the Earth Gardens, Laneri suddenly shouted, "Look! Mama's smiling again." Seneva laughed, surprised by her own joy. Marcus just smiled quietly beside her. Later, under the stars, Seneva whispered, "Maybe Laneri was right." "About what?" he asked. "You would make a good husband." Marcus took her hand in his. "And you'd make one hell of a partner." The war had taken so much. But in the ashes, something unexpected had grown. Hope, family, and the beginning of something worth fighting for.